Hi, my name is Stephen, and you're watching Arts Alive Delaware. So the Music School of Delaware plays a key role in the state of Delaware, not only in arts and culture, but also in education. So the Music School has been in business for 100 years, and over our 100 years of operation, we've served tens of thousands of kids and families and adults through music education, music performance, through working with everyone from 18-month-old toddlers, newbies, to folks in their 80s and 90s. And so we play a key role in connecting communities through music and in riding alongside the offerings of public education and charter schools to make sure that every person who wants to be involved in music, anyone who wants to express themselves creatively through music, can do that through the Music School's programs. So the Music School of Delaware serves many people in many parts of the state of Delaware. And believe it or not, we have 5 locations across the state. We have locations in Newark, and Dover, and Wilmington, and Milford, and Lewis. And across those 5 locations, we serve thousands of kids and families and adults that are hungry to make connections, that are hungry to learn, hungry to think differently, and to have a creative outlet, a place for creative expression. And so our hope is that through our programs, through our lessons, through our classes, through our ensembles, that people's lives are fundamentally better, that people are listening to themselves and to the world around them differently, that people are developing good qualities of character through practicing music, and that ultimately, whether you're a 5-year-old just sitting down at the piano or you are 85 picking up a guitar for the first time, that you're a better person and a better citizen of the world by being part of the music school. So when you come to the Music School of Delaware, whatever site you're coming to, whether it's Wilmington or Milford, Newark or Dover or Lewis, you are instantly part of a community. And that is what matters most to us at the Music School, is that every person who comes through our doors, and whether they're coming through our doors in person or coming to our doors online through our digital programs, that person, those individuals are part of our community, and that they feel seen, they feel included, they feel that wherever they're coming from, whatever their background, that we welcome them with open arms. Whatever language they speak, whatever disability they may or may not have, we really want to be a place for all, where all truly means all. And the experience of welcome, we hope, is through all parts of the music school experience, from enrollment to student services, to matching students with the right teacher or teachers, to live performances and community engagement events. Our hope is that from the moment someone connects with us to the moment that they step on stage or step into a class, they really feel seen and welcomed and included. We have over 25 programs at the Music School of Delaware. Wow, that's a lot. We offer a lot for the community. A few examples. So one example is we offer one-on-one musical instruction. So for voice, for instruments of all type, whether you want to play the guitar or you want to play the mandolin or the violin or cello or piano or the oboe or bassoon, or you want to study composition or organ, we offer dozens of instruments and voice types for private one-on-one instruction. And we have hundreds of students that come in every year for that instruction. Another key program for us are ensembles. Ensembles are both for students, young people, and also for adults. So we have choirs, we have orchestras, we have chamber music ensembles. We really do have something for everyone in terms of the ensembles that we offer. The Delaware Youth Symphony Orchestra is a program of the Music School of Delaware. The Cantabile Women's Chorus, the Delaware Women's Chorus, the Wilmington Community Orchestra. These are all ensembles that are part of our family at the Music School of Delaware. Another key program that we offer is outreach in schools. So many schools really struggle to provide quality music education, even public schools. And so we partner with schools, with the Brandywine School District, with the Red Clay School District, with charter schools, with pre-K programs to provide additional music instruction for those students. So from one-on-one instruction to classes to ensembles to music in schools, we're present in so many different programs across the state. Access is so important to us at the Music School of Delaware, and making sure that every kid Every family, every adult that wants to participate in our program can participate in our program regardless of their ability to pay. And so we offer a very robust financial aid and tuition assistance program for students at all levels and all ages. Several years ago, we received a very generous gift from a woman named Mary Ellen Northrup, and the Northrup Scholarship Fund allows us to serve those students and families most in need. So those students with the highest barriers to entry, those students that come from families with the lowest or most modest economic means. So that's a very particular fund we have to serve those students that are most in need of support. And for the first year, that covers 100% of the cost of their instruction, which is phenomenal. So there are many ways that we're providing access, granting out hundreds of thousands of dollars of tuition assistance and financial aid every year. We want everyone in Delaware to be part of the music school. Well, without collaboration, what are we doing? Delaware is a small state, it's an intimate state, and there are so many terrific organizations. So right now, the music school is getting ready to celebrate our centennial year, our 100th anniversary, and collaboration is key to that celebration. So we've been in conversation with our friends at Delaware Theater Company, at the Delaware Art Museum, at the Christina Cultural Center. Those are just 3 examples of many avid conversations we're having with other arts organizations, but we don't want to stop there. Arts is such an important intersection with community, so we're interested in talking with health organizations, with civil rights and social justice organizations, with anyone that touches, with parent organizations, anyone that touches the lives of Delawareans. We want to be in conversation about how arts, and especially music and music expression, can be additive to the lives of those people. So for many years, the music school ran a program called Melody. And Melody is a program modeled on El Sistema, which is a Venezuelan music education intensive program. And we ran that school and that program in inner city Wilmington to serve those students and families that are least best served. We found that many of those students and families, which were overwhelmingly families of color in Wilmington, benefited tremendously from having an intensive free music education program in Wilmington. What we're doing now actually is evolving that program to actually increase our focus on access and inclusion across the state. So we're currently hiring for a new position, which is going to focus on democratizing music across the state of Delaware. So what we did with Melody, we want to take the tenets of that, the things that made that special, and really expand that across the state. So whether you are in Milford or in Seaford or on the coast or in some of these other communities that are historically least best served, we want to make sure that we're reaching many more of those folks through our commitment to democratizing music. Delaware is a very special place, and I'm someone who's new to Delaware, and I have frankly been astonished at the breadth and the depth of what happens here culturally. And it's of course, the institutions we know and love, like the music school and the Delaware Art Museum and Delaware Contemporary and Delaware Theater Company, but there is so much more that happens even at the individual level. Individual musicians, small collectives, things happening in homes and basements and halls and churches all over the state. So I think the most important message here is I encourage folks to be curious and to talk to artists and creatives in your community, talk to musicians, find out what they're working on and how you can be part of their programs. So I am the child of educators and the grandson of educators. And my grandparents on my dad's side taught dance for many years. And some of my earliest memories are visiting their dance studio in Palo Alto, California, and strapping on my tap shoes. And that brought me so much joy and so much freedom. I've been a creative person since I emerged into the world. Art and music have given me tools to understand myself better, tools to understand the world around me better, and I think tools to cope with uncertainty, which I think all of us could benefit from, especially now. So the Music School of Delaware does turn 100 years in 2025, and that's an astonishing landmark. We're incredibly grateful for having persisted this long. And in 2025, we're going to be having a whole statewide celebration called Music School at 100. And this celebration includes programs, concerts, festivals, events, happenings all over the state. So in October of 2024, we're going to be announcing this Music School at 100 series. So we really invite you to engage with us downstate, midstate, upstate, in all parts of the state. We look forward to bringing music programs to you through our centennial celebrations.
Hi, my name is Eric, and you're watching Arts Alive Delaware. The role that we play is we bring art to everyone, and that's one of our missions, is to provide community-wide access to visual quality art programs. And having said that, I take that as a very responsible action, and that means all. Community-wide means all. So in that respect, we try and provide as much as we can, different mediums, different aspects of art to as many people as we can, not just to Milford, but beyond its boundaries too. We have two large spaces. The first space is the gallery with the exhibit, and then the second space to the left of that is our gift shop and spillover space of exhibit work if we have too many pieces. And our gift shop actually is quite extensive, and it has artwork pieces that are from our members. We have over 300 members, and it's very diverse in what we provide, what we offer in the gift shop too. We have classes throughout the year. We typically provide over 100 different classes. Not all of those will run because it depends on how many people sign up, but members get a discount on those classes. We also have member-only shows where members are only allowed to exhibit. We do have a couple that are both public and members. And we also, provide our members with opportunities that might not be available elsewhere in Milford or beyond its boundaries. We typically have 5 to 6 shows per year. 2 of those are judged, where we have a member of the art community, either from maybe a school like University of Delaware or an artist in their own right as a career, come and judge the pieces. That happens twice a year, once in the winter and once in the right now, which is late summer, fall. And then we have a spring show, which also includes, we call it a show within a show. So we have a student art show where we have students from all the different schools in Milford contribute their artwork. And we even provide a first place, second place, third place, or best in show for that too. And that's a very popular show. And we set up, in the middle of the gallery, we set up additional panels for all the students' work, and it's just incredible what they have. And then we have the summer show, which is in June, and it goes through early August. And then we have our current show right now is the Judge Show, and then after this we have our end of the year show, which we always call the Perfect Gift for the holiday season, and that will start in October. Well, I'm very proud of the different things we provide to the community. One of the most things I'm most proud of is our outreach program. So we have programs once a month that reach out to underserved communities. So one is we have a class for employees at KSI, which is Kent Sussex Institute, which helps with disabled persons find employment. And so we have an art class for them that's free. And we have about, 6 to 8 attendees each month, and that kind of rotates who's available to come. We also have what we call the Creative Hearts program with a capital A. And that's with the Salvation Army, where we provide a class each month for them. We also work with Home of the Brave, which is a transitional home for veterans in Milford. And we try and provide classes once a month for them who are able to come to the facility to take that class. And we're trying to get more attendees in that aspect, but those are the really great programs of outreach that we have. And we also have a reduced class fee for senior citizens for senior classes. And right now we're actually doing 2 classes a month, one in the morning, one in the afternoon. Well, we do try and collaborate with other community groups extensively. I'm a very good proponent of lifting people and other organizations up around us. We also are in talks with other art organizations and nonprofits to try and create some sort of art festival, if you will, in Milford. That's in the very early stages, where there would be like different stations throughout the town where you could go and experience an artist or some kind of performance. So Milford is very lucky that we have an art gallery, we have a theater, we have a dance school, we have a music school. So all of our art programs, and we have a wonderful culinary institution in Milford with the different restaurants. So that, to me, I like to say art is everywhere, and even culinary art falls in that category. So we try and capture as much as we can. Having an art program or exposure to arts anywhere is important. Milford, we're located right downtown, almost on the line between Kent and Sussex County. So we have a lot of citizens we can reach. We're within walking distance. We have a parking lot behind our place. There's a bus stop nearby. I mean, we have access. And I think that's one of the big things about being in a downtown area is that you're able to afford lots of different access to different people, whoever can get there. Well, things that are attracting a diverse group, I'll start with that, is we have that student art show I talked about. So that captures all grades, 1 through 12. And it's a very popular experience for people to come to and see artwork, and see their children's artwork and see what the kids are up to. And I think that's kind of unique because lots of like sports curriculum and things get a lot of attention, but not always the arts. And I think it's a very important aspect to highlight the kids' art. And that attracts not only a lot of different students, but a lot of different visitors to the Art League as well. We also have a 6x6 silent auction, which happens typically in June. We have to sometimes juggle our schedule to make it work. And that's a 6x6 canvas that is painted by members or non-members of the Art League, and they donate the artwork to the league. And we have a silent auction at the end of the month for people to bid on it. And that not only attracts a diverse group to come look at, but also the artists themselves. We get a lot of different mediums, a lot of different experience levels, and it's a very fun time too. I think that's important to have local art be part of your collection or be part of what you're striving to complete or to uplift, is because a lot of the artwork that our members do is also geographically focused. A lot of, not all of it, but some of it is. And right now, actually, for our show, the Judged and Juried show that we're in, I asked specifically for geographical focused pieces for Milford or for the state of Delaware in general, because it's our 20th year in Milford. So we got a lot of pieces that are reminding people of what it used to be historically, what's important to them and experience in Milford, like the river. We are called River Town, Art Town, Hometown is our motto. And I think that's important to have. Well, supporting the arts in Delaware is important because art benefits everybody, and art is everywhere, like I said. So it's not only the visual arts, it's what's on your phone, in your camera. It's what's on your dinner plate. It's what's on your walls, your family photos. Art is everywhere. It's even in the things you use every day because somebody designed that for you to use, and it probably brings you joy to have it. So that should be celebrated. How the arts impacted my life is probably forever. I remember 3rd grade, 4th grade, our art teacher, Mrs. May, she exposed us to so many different mediums. And I think, not knowing anything different back then, I was fortunate to have that. We did weaving, we did painting, we did pottery, everything. Forward that to junior high and senior high, I was in the music. I was in the band, I was in marching band, jazz band, and that's art. And even my career. So I'm a landscape architect by trade. So I draw, I sketch, I paint the places we experience, we live in. I design those spaces, so it comes full circle for me.
Hi, I'm Joe Fowler, and you're watching Arts Alive Delaware. So Clear Space Theater Company is the most prolific producer of professional theater in the state of Delaware. Every season, we do 13 full productions a year in our home in Rehoboth Beach. Our current facility is a wonderful, intimate theater space that seats just 170 people. And we are just half a block from the boardwalk and the Atlantic Ocean. So coming to Clear Space is an opportunity for people to really discover great theater in an incredibly intimate setting, as well as to sort of enjoy that beach escape environment while they are at the theater. I think we're a great resource, not just for Sussex County, but for the entire state of Delaware. In the last year, we had audiences from 61 of 62 zip codes in the state of Delaware actually come down and see the work at Clear Space. So we know wherever you live in the state, the beaches are a great vacation destination all year round, and we're excited to be part of the experience of coming to the beach. So in addition to our main stage season at Clear Space Theater Company, we also offer an Arts Institute, which helps young people starting at age 3 be able to have direct exposure to the skills that come with creating live theater, as well as the intangible soft skills that come with creating community amongst other like-minded folks. So the community we serve truly starts at age 3 and can stretch to someone who might be 103 that comes through our doors, which is a wonderful thing. It's great to be able to have that breadth of reach and to be able to have programming that can serve people across every moment and point in their life. We primarily do serve Delaware audiences that are in Sussex County, but we do not exclusively serve audiences in Sussex County or audiences in Delaware. So last year we had audiences from 36 states come to Clear Space, and audiences from truly every corner of the state of Delaware come to us. So we're very mindful that while we are a locally based professional theater, we are a professional theater that is serving a much broader region, and in many ways are kind of the front doorstep to welcome people who love the arts to Delaware. Because so many folks who might be visiting the Delaware beaches, even Ocean City and coming up to the Delaware beaches, might not know everything else that's going on in this great state, and they might not see theater anywhere else in our state as well. So we're able to, I hope, put a really great foot forward to showcase what's best about the arts in Delaware for all of those people who are visiting the state each year. In the course of our summer, when we have the highest volume of activity at Clear Space, we run 3 main stage musicals and rotating repertory. So you have basically the same cast, the same group of actors, who are learning 3 completely different roles in 3 completely different shows. And every 2 days, they flip what the show is. The benefit of that for our artists it's an incredible opportunity to sort of expand your range and to be able to enjoy a summer where you are really able to grow your resume in a thoughtful and creative way. And for our audiences, what's wonderful is if you're visiting the Rehoboth area, Lewis, Bethany, any of those parts of coastal Delaware, for a full week, you can see all 3 productions in 1 week. You can have the chance to see, in the case of 2024, amazing production of Jersey Boys, a really fun, joyful production of the musical The Prom, and a great jukebox musical in Rock of Ages, any day of the week that you'd like. So we're able to really, I think, broaden the reach of how we serve the community in the way that we program. In addition to those 3 big main stage musicals in the summer, we have, through our Arts Institute, a young company, and those young artists do theater for young audiences in the summer, also in repertory. So every Saturday morning at 11 a.m. in the summer, we're offering an original piece of theater for people who might be as young as 3 years old to enjoy, performed by artists who might be 16, 17, 18 years old. So you see people who are more like yourself on stage at that age, and can see maybe a place for you on that stage as your life and your career and your interests develop. And then on top of all of that in the summer, we also run a cabaret series, and we've begun running a presented series. So in 2024, our presented series included Broadway legend Len Cariou, who was the original Sweeney Todd, won the Tony for that back in 1979 in a production of Tuesdays with Morrie, as well as other great artists from across the country, Tony nominees, great opera singers, all manner of wonderful folks. So it's a very prolific time of year for us with an incredibly high volume of activity. But we believe by producing in that way in the summer, we're able to best serve everyone who is visiting our region, because there's truly something for everyone during the course of the summer with us. The rest of the year, we produce like many other theaters do, where we'll do a single production at a time. Once in a while, we might have one production running, Thursday through Sunday, and then some other special event running Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. But that's not our norm between September and May. But it's a wild ride for everyone, June, July, and August, when we're doing the level of repertory that we do. What I think is really remarkable about Sussex County and how it has evolved over the last decade or so is the population of our region has grown nearly 60% in 10 years. It's really a level of growth that cannot be replicated almost anywhere in the United States. So while maybe 10 or 15 years ago, when we produced outside the summer, we might have had a smaller local audience to be serving, nowadays, for our productions that run in the off-season, we are just as likely to be fully sold out as we are for productions that are running in the summer. So I think we play an important role in those other 9 months of the year in serving all of the year-round residents that are in Sussex County. But we also recognize that when it comes to the Delaware beaches, you don't just have to come in the summer to have a great time. You can come down in the fall for the Sea Witch Festival. You can come up in the spring when there's a jumbo crawl or any number of other really fun events in Rehoboth Beach, and really enjoy the experience of just getting away. I personally have found going to the beach in March is incredibly beautiful and peaceful and joyful because you don't have the same crowds. But the people who are coming, because they might be more likely to be cultural tourists, they might be more likely to be interested, in more than just the swimming and the partying, right? Those are folks who are absolutely our audiences the rest of the year. And while we do serve primarily a sort of Sussex County and sort of lower Delaware audience, across the whole year, even in the off-season, we'll consistently see people who are coming in from many other corners of the United States because they see Rehoboth, they see Lewis, they see Dewey as a place that they'd like to escape to when the crowds aren't as thick. Our most recent season here in 2024 has been an extraordinary success. From October of 2023 through June of 2024, every single performance at ClearSpace was sold out. We added performances for multiple productions based on demand, and that's really telling us that there is such strong interest and desire in our region to see great professional theater. So we're very excited to continue to work towards meeting that need for the community. As we look to the future, we have some really exciting things planned for 2025. Our summer season, summer repertory season, is going to include productions of Hairspray, Beautiful, the Carole King musical, and Rent. next year. And in addition to that, as we work on our cabaret series for next year, we're partnering with John McDaniel, who's a 2-time Emmy Award-winning music director who was the band leader for Rosie O'Donnell's TV show for many, many years, to bring in some extraordinary artists from Broadway and beyond to kind of be headliners during that summer season for us as well. And what's exciting about bringing in artists like that into our mix during the summer is for our summer repertory artists, who are there, for the entirety of the summer. They get the chance to be able to work at an extremely high level with artists who can provide them sort of with masterclass style workshops and training, while those exact same artists are able to really have a transformative experience for our audiences in the region as well. In addition to that, every year ClearSpace produces one show that is a fundraiser for another nonprofit. So in 2024, we partnered with the Southern Delaware Alliance for Racial Justice and produced a production of A Raisin in the Sun, and had raised over $7,500 in 2 performances. In the year ahead, our ClearSpace Gives Back program, which is committed to allowing for the arts to make a difference across a wide range of other nonprofit sectors in Sussex County, will be producing Everyone's Talking About Jamie, in a production that's going to be a fundraiser for Camp Rehoboth, which is an important LGBT community center in our region, coastal Delaware. What I love about the performing arts is that it's one of the few places left in our country where people with completely different backgrounds can sit shoulder to shoulder and breathe common air, share common joy, share common laughter, share catharsis. But it also means we're one of the few places left where it's possible to gather together and share knowledge. And so I think when we partner with other organizations, whether it's the Southern Delaware Alliance for Racial Justice, whether it's the Humane Society, whether it's Camp Rehoboth, or any other wonderful organizations that make a difference in Sussex County, I think we're helping people to understand the civic value of the arts, as well as recognize the joy and the escape and entertainment that comes from participating in the arts. So partnerships that we've done across the community, I believe, create an opportunity for us to elevate other organizations in the eyes of our patrons, but also allows us to help people recognize that there's a critical role the arts play in helping to shape, evolve, grow, and transform our communities for the better, and that we're serious about playing a role in being that agent for good in our region. There's so many ways to get involved with ClearSpace and to support ClearSpace. If you are coming down to the Delaware beaches at any point in the year, visit our website, check out our calendar, and see what we have playing, because we do 13 productions a year. Odds are high while you're visiting, we have a show on stage. We would love to welcome you wherever you might live in the state to come and see what great professional theater can feel like in such an intimate setting as we have to offer. I believe that the arts are essential, not just to quality of life, but to the simple livability of a place. That whether you actively participate in the arts on a daily, weekly, monthly basis or not, knowing that your community is a community which invests in the arts, that participates in the arts, does in fact make a community stronger, more empathetic, and I think more capable of managing difficult decisions. Because the arts teach us valuable lessons about what it means to negotiate the space between who we are and what we want, and maybe what the world around us is prepared to receive. And the more that I think we see live theater, the more we participate in the arts broadly, I think the more we get exposure to those examples that sit in the back of our heads and inspire the kind of actions that I would like to hope ultimately make us better humans and better citizens for one another and for our region as a whole.